Hey guys, it's Brian here. Welcome back to the review for the Horror Man's Slashback Challenge. And the theme that Joe the Horror Man is set for this week is titled Camp Slashers. And the film I've chosen to review this week is named The Prey. This is a slasher film from way back in 1983. Um, there's no too many big stars in this, although the guy that plays the serial killer in this ended up going on and playing Lurch in the Addams Family movies from the early 90s. So there's that. There's not much in the way of plot for this one. Essentially, we have a group of three couples, and they're spending the week out camping out in the mountains and forest in California. But they're being stalked by this deformed, burned gypsy. I guess 30 years earlier there had been a big fire in in this area, and all the gypsies were killed except for him. So he's kind of like this hermit gypsy guy, and he's stalking them and killing them off one by one. So that's pretty much the plot for this one. This is a very odd movie. There's not much in the way of characterization, which was kind of nice in a sense because I didn't get a sense as to who the final character would be or the main characters, because they're all kind of pretty much equal until they get bumped off. And there's lots of scenes too of them talking over each other, which was kind of weird. Um, Now the thing about this film is there's an international cut that was made, released a few years later, and they added like about 17 minutes of new footage. And I think they're trying to set up a backstory for the killer in this. So they're trying to, because usually in these kind of movies, um, especially like since this one's closest to like something like The Burning, where someone is wronged, and then they come back for revenge. They actually have like a backstory as to why there was a fire, like 30 years earlier, which, you know, it adds more nudity, but it just kind of slows the film down. And they put it at a weird spot too. Like in the film, when the three couples have finally settled at their campsite, one of the characters tells a story about the monkey's paw, and he doesn't even, he kind of ruins it because he doesn't go with how the story is supposed to end. He actually ends it on a joke for some reason. In the international cut, he somehow relates the legend of this fire and some gigantic kid that was cursed with some kind of weird curse. It's a very weird thing. The kill sequences are just okay. Nothing spectacular. The killer kind of looks like a Frankenstein's monster looking thing, which I thought was kind of weird. I guess they didn't do really good burn makeup. It's not as cool as the burn makeup they used in The Burning. Um, this is such a weird film. Another thing too, this film is only 80 minutes long, but it's filled with at least 10 to 15 minutes of nature footage. And at first, I thought they had just gotten some nature footage and decided to shoot a movie around it. But I noticed now, thinking back on it, that most of the nature footage is animals attacking other animals. So I think they were trying to go with a theme like the prey, like they're being preyed upon. It was funny because I was researching this one up on IMDb, and the first review for this movie says the first line is, "This film should have been called National Geographic Presents The Prey," because it had so much nature footage. It's kind of ridiculous the amount of animals that are in this one, and they're interspaced all the way through the film. It's really weird and weird spots as well. So um, I remember renting this one back in the day, but all I could remember to this film was the very beginning and the very ending. Couldn't remember anything else. I don't know if I mentioned the kill sequences yet, but they were just okay. Not really much in the way of blood and gore. There was one kill sequence I really liked with a tree and a trap, but in another sequence where they were rock climbing. But other than that, not much in the way of decent kills in this one. All right, guys, that's it. That's a review. Thanks for watching, and I'll talk to you all later.